Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday, and I'm gonna pick up these toys. He really enjoys pulling all these toys out. So we'll put them back so that he can enjoy pulling them out again. Here's another one. And there's more over here. Get him. I'm picking your toys up. Yeah, picking them up. You don't play with toys that much, do ya? Do ya? You're good boys. You're good boys. We got a text from the vet, and Bo's fecal sample came back negative, so that's good. Oops, sorry, my finger was in the way. He's all clear. So all my boys are in good health right now. That's good. Oh, he saw Olivia. And Olivia doesn't want to be on camera. I am going to do an experiment today. Our pastor he doesn't have celiacs, but he is allergic to gluten. So he has to be gluten-free. And so whenever we have like a potluck dinner or any kind of an event where there's food involved, I try to bring something that's gluten-free, because he's not the only one in the church. There's other people that need to be gluten-free as well. I was thinking the next time that we have a meal together, I would like to make like a fruit pizza. And I've got some strawberries in the freezer that I need to use up. So I was thinking about like cooking those up and making like a pie filling out of them, using cornstarch to thicken it. And then I've got some dairy-free cream cheese, and I could add some powdered sugar and vanilla to that. And then of course you know that fruit pizza starts with a sugar cookie crust. Well, I bought this flour. I got it off of Amazon. I'm sure you could probably find it at Walmart too. And it is a 1-to-1 substitute for wheat flour, which means if your recipe calls for 1 cup of regular flour, you can use 1 cup of this. So I thought I would do an experiment using this sugar cookie recipe that's out of my Pillsbury Best Cookies cookbook. And this is actually meant to be spread into a cookie sheet, like a 8.5 by 11. This one says 10 by 15. Not 8.5 by 11. That's a baking pan. A 10 by 15, like cookie sheet, which is what you would use for fruit pizza. So I'm going to give it a try today, just to see how it works with the gluten-free flour, if it tastes good and all of that. And if it does, then I will keep that in the back of my mind for the next time we have a meal together at the church. I will have a copy of this picture, or I'll take a picture of this recipe and insert it here, so that if you want to try these cookies, whether it be with gluten-free flour or not, you can do that. Before I get started on the recipe, I just wanted to show you guys this. Look at these adorable napkins. I got them at Tractor Supply a few days ago. They were on sale for $3.49. I have no idea. There's 25 in there. I have no idea what I'm going to use these napkins for, but I thought they were so adorable. They're so cute, I don't think I'm ever going to want to actually use them. But maybe I'll take the price tag off and use them as decor. I don't know, but I just thought those were so cute. Wanted to share those with you. So I have my oven heating to 375 degrees. And in this bowl, I'm going to add the sugar, which is 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And if it looks a little bit not pure white, that's because I use the raw sugar. a third of a cup of, it says margarine, butter, or shortening softened, and I decided to use coconut oil, which is kind of weird looking because it's partially softened because it's been so warm. Coconut oil melts at a pretty low temperature. I think coconut oil will work fine. I've used it in place of shortening before in the past and it worked great. So I think that'll be fine. So we got the sugar, the coconut oil, then it also calls for a third of a cup of regular oil. I don't know if I said that was a third of a cup of coconut oil, and then a third of a cup of, this is olive oil, but you can use whatever oils you want. Milk, 1 tablespoon of milk. This is actually my dairy-free half and half because I don't have any almond milk at the moment. I've got a Walmart order that's supposed to be delivered soon that has almond milk in it, but and then it called for almond extract, but I decided I wanted to use vanilla instead. So that's 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then it calls for 1 egg. And you're supposed to beat this until it is light and fluffy. All right, I think that's about as light and fluffy as it's gonna get. So then to this you add the flour, and it's 1.5 cups. It says all-purpose flour, but as you know, I'm using that gluten-free flour. This is 1.5 cups right here. And then 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And a fourth of a teaspoon of salt. And then you just mix this well. I just kind of ran my spatula through there to make sure it got all the way down to the bottom. There's still a few little lumps of the coconut oil, but I think that'll be fine. So then it says to spread it evenly in a 15 by 10 baking pan. So I'm going to use my spatula here to do that. So in case I forgot to mention, it was an ungreased cookie sheet. It spread out really, really nicely. If you do see any little tiny white lumps, that's just the coconut oil, which will dissolve or melt in the oven. So I've got my oven preheating at 375, like I said, and you bake this for 10 to 12 minutes or until light golden brown. I almost forgot the last step. I'm supposed to sprinkle a tablespoon of granulated sugar on the top. Alright, it is out of the oven. It looks gorgeous. It looks just like regular sugar cookie if you've made it into for a fruit pizza. So I'm going to let this cool completely, and then you're supposed to cut it in squares and That's how you're supposed to eat it. So I'm gonna let this cool completely. I'll cut it and then we will give it a taste test and see if it tastes good, because that's the other issue. Is it going to taste good? All right, I had just a little fill-in Walmart delivery order and it just showed up. So let's do a little haul. I got 2 bags of the frozen corn just to the freezer. Got some hot dogs. I think we're gonna have chili dogs tonight for supper. I'm not sure, but I think that's what we're gonna do. So I got hot dogs and then some buns to go with it, and some waffle cut fries. So maybe we'll have hot dogs and french fries. And then I also picked up some of these smoked brats, and this will be for another meal, probably Friday. My microwave is beeping. Travis told me he needed some more of this mouthwash, so I picked that up for him. Here's the unsweetened almond milk I was telling you that I had ordered. I had ordered actually 2 cans of strawberry pie filling because I was going to add some strawberry pie filling with my frozen strawberries in the freezer, and they substituted it for cherry, which is fine. I can maybe just use cherry pie filling on that fruit pizza. I mean, I'm not planning, that's not going to happen anytime soon. And the cookies I made today are not going to be turned into fruit pizza. It was just an experiment, like I said. I got some little potatoes, just because these are so nice. I want to make a crock pot meal with them. I got a thing of our vitamin water. I got 2 boxes of the dairy-free or the plant-based mac and cheese. Olivia said she does like this. So I'm thinking for Friday, I'm going to make macaroni and cheese and these brats. Picked up some Slim Jims. Scott was completely out. He uses these for baiting the trap when we're trapping raccoons. And he went to eat one the other day and he's like, oh man, I used all my Slim Jims for bait in the trap. So got him some more Slim Jims. Picked up some more of these allergen-free semi-sweet chocolate chips. I got 2 bunches of bananas because if you remember the last time I ordered from Walmart and ordered bananas, they gave me 4 bananas. So I'm glad I ordered 2 bunches because, you know, we will go through these. They're slightly green. This is the way Scott likes them. I like them a little bit riper than this, maybe in the next day or 2. Then I picked up some more hint water for Olivia. And then the last thing I picked up was this, or I had ordered, was this case of water. As you know, I'm supposed to be drinking a lot of water. And I have found that if I keep these in the refrigerator, I drink a lot more water because of the ease of it. Just grab a bottle and drink it down, and there you've got 16 ounces down the hatch. So I picked up another case of water. So that is my little haul, and I got to get this stuff put away, and then I've got a little project that I've been putting off and putting off and putting off, and I think I'm going to finally do it today, and I will share that with you. Ignore the noises coming from the kitchen. Olivia is working on something in there. But anyway, this is the project I have been putting off and putting off and putting off. I bought this adorable shower curtain. It's like a toile pattern, and let me get it open here. And it's little toads having like different scenes. Like there he's drinking a glass of grape juice. I'm gonna say grape juice. It's probably supposed to be wine, but we don't drink wine in this house. And reading a book, and there's a toad. What's he doing? He's plowing or doing something, harvesting hay. Here these 2 are sitting just chatting, and there's a little snail and little chicks and birds and ducks, and it's just absolutely adorable. Here's one climbing a tree, probably to pick some apples or something. Well, who knew that shower curtains come in different lengths? I didn't know. I thought they were all just like standard. Well, I got it, a couple weeks ago, put it up, and this thing is so long. It's way, way, way too long for our shower. So I am going to use my other shower curtain that does fit correctly as kind of a template. And I'm going to cut the bottom of this off and rehem it because it's so adorable and I want to be able to use it in my bathroom. So I'm going to put this out flat. I don't care that it's wide. It's like extra wide too. I don't mind about that. It's just the length. The length that is the problem. So here's the eyelets. And I'll put the eyelets of this one on top, line it up. I might stick a pin in it just to keep it in place. So the width is pretty much the same on the two shower curtains, but this is the difference in the length. See how much, and you wouldn't think that, what is that, maybe 10 inches would make that big of a difference, but it really does. It really does. So I'm gonna cut off, let me get a measuring thing. It's 11 inches. I wasn't off by a whole lot. So I'm going to cut off about 10 inches. I'll leave an inch for a seam allowance. I'm going to use my electric scissors to cut it. I'm going to put this on fast speed because these things are kind of loud and I don't want you guys to have to listen to all of that. All right, got that cut, and I'm going to go ahead and fold up a hem and pin it, and then I'll take it downstairs and sew it. I'm not gonna film that part, and then I'll hang it and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, there it is, all done, and you can see it's the correct length. That extra 10 inches I took off was all like puddled up at the bottom, and that was not good. So I tell you what, sewing that on that sewing machine was not easy. For some reason my thread kept breaking, and oh my goodness, I had a terrible time. But this chore is done. That's been hanging over my head for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm glad it's done, and I love this shower curtain. And I am so glad this job is done. Remember at the beginning of this video I picked up all his toys? Yep. Oh, and it looks like he broke the handle on that basket. That's nice. It might be fixable. I don't know, but yeah, look what he did, huh?
He's a criminal.
Yes, there's a criminal. Look how he's goofed up my furniture cover, and he's laying there all innocent and so like he's so sweet. They just got worn out from barking at nothing. No, barking at a delivery guy. And now he's barking at nothing.
There was a car on the road.
Oh, a car dared to drive down the road. Percy, the cars are allowed to drive down the road. All right, the cookies look good. They are cool, completely cool. So let me cut them. They seem to cut nicely. I'm just going to cut one to taste. Now, if I were to make these for a fruit pizza, I might cook them just a little bit less. Sorry about that noise. Just for like ease of cutting. But I don't know, maybe not. Let me taste this. Okay, these are my thoughts. it tastes really good. I mean, as far as like taste-wise goes, you can't really tell the difference between the gluten-free flour and wheat flour. The difference comes in the texture. The texture is a little bit more grainy and a little bit more dry. So I think what I'm going to do is, like I said a minute ago, I think when I make this for the fruit pizza, I'm not going to cook it quite as golden brown. Not like undercooked, but just a little less cooked so that it would be a little bit moister. Now, of course, with the fruit pizza, you are going to be putting cream cheese on it and pie filling, so that would add moisture to it as well. So yeah, I think I am impressed with this gluten-free flour. If you need to be gluten-free, I will link this in the description box below. I got it off of Amazon. And yeah, I think I have a winner here. So the next time I have a carry-in or a meal with my church family, I can make a fruit pizza. Yum. Now let me cut a piece and see what Olivia has to say. I took another bite of mine, and I would have to say it definitely has like a shortbread texture more than a sugar cookie texture. Olivia didn't want to be filmed. She has days where she just doesn't want to be filmed, and today's one of those days. But she had the same opinion. Tasted really good, a little bit dry, and a little bit more of like a shortbread texture than a sugar cookie texture. But overall, I would say this is a success, and now I'm looking forward to making a dessert for our next church gathering. I decided to stick that package of napkins right there just for the time being. Like, I know they're still in the little cellophane, but I still think it looks really cute with all my other chickens. Well, hello friends. What is today? Today is Thursday, and I just got back from the beauty shop, and unfortunately this is the last time my sweet friend is going to be able to cut my hair that I've gone to her for over 30 years to get my hair done. She is retiring officially. Their house sold. That's what they were waiting on. And so she's not taking any more appointments. I'm really sad. She was my friend before she was my hairdresser. We went to school together and known her for years and years, and I'm happy for her. She's not like moving away, but she's selling their house and retiring and moving on to better things, I guess. So I'm going to be looking for a new hairdresser. Now there is another woman who does hair who lives right on the same road. It's about the same distance for me, so that's probably where I'm going to go if she's still accepting clients. So if she's not, I don't know. I might start looking like Cousin It on my videos. But anyway, I got home, had some lunch, and in just a few minutes I have to leave again to take Oliver for his beauty appointment, his spa day over at the groomers, and I'm going to drop him off and then zip over to the Dollar General that's right there, right next door, and see if they have some different fall decor that the other Dollar General didn't have. And if they do, I will video it, and if I buy something, I will let you know. And then I'm gonna go back and go through the little Mercantile, which is the little vendor mall that the groomer is attached to, and do a little thrift shopping. And then when I get home, I will give you a haul if I bought anything. So that is what is on the agenda for today. And then I'm gonna have to wrap up this video because I need to get it edited for tomorrow for when you are watching it. So anyway, just wanted to update you on what's going on, and we will see you in a little bit. Well, this Dollar General had even less fall stuff out than the other Dollar General. And in fact, since the last time I've been in this Dollar General, they have completely rearranged the entire store. So I'll have to stop back in here again another time and see what they have as far as the fall decor goes. So let's go back over to the Mercantile and we'll walk around in there and wait for Oliver to get done with the groomer. All right, we are back from the groomer, and I did pick up a couple of things at the Mercantile. I was a little disappointed in the fact that Dollar General didn't have anything. I mean, they didn't have anything as far as fall. They had a bunch of boxes there that I think they're getting ready to put out, but they didn't have anything out yet. But let me go ahead and show you what I picked up from the Mercantile. I didn't get a whole lot. The first thing I picked up was this little wooden block, and I thought this would be perfect for a riser, and I love the fact that it had an F on it. This is an original like toy block from like a vintage set, but the fact that it had an F on it was absolutely perfect, and it was only $1. What's the matter, Alice? The next thing I picked up was this cute little flat basket. It was $8, and I know it's got a little plaque on there. Well, I don't really care about that because you can always hang it this way. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put this. This would be perfect on my door for the fall, to put some fall flowers in it and hang it on my front door. But I don't know. I'm not sure yet where I'm going to put this, but I loved this flat basket. It'll be perfect to put flowers in. And it's from the Bradford Basket Company in the USA. It just says hand woven. It's got the initials of the person who hand wove it, and it was made in 1995. The next item I picked up, I couldn't pass it by. I just couldn't pass it by. This particular booth had everything for 10% off, so I got $1 off of it because it was $10. The little Mrs. Pillsbury. Her name's Poppy. And I have a Pillsbury Doughboy. I've shown it to you guys lots of times. My Christmas tree in the dining room last year with my Pillsbury Doughboy was like the angel on the top, and I had all kinds of kitchen stuff on it and some Doughboy stuff. And so I thought this would be perfect to go on that tree as well. Now, unfortunately, I did put that Doughboy in my Christmas decor box, so I can't put these guys out as a set right now, but after Christmas I will leave the Doughboy out, and the Doughboy and Poppy, I can find some place to put them together. In the meantime, I think I'm going to stick her back here by my cookie jar, kind of something like that. And I don't know if you can see that very well. But anyways, I couldn't pass that up, and with the 10% off, I got her for $9. And then the last item I picked up was this Rae Dunn vase. It says Bloom on it. I know exactly where I'm gonna put it. It was $5. I like Rae Dunn. I've always liked Rae Dunn. When Rae Dunn was all the rage and everybody wanted it, and they were waiting in line to get stuff and things, they were overpriced. They were expensive because, you know, supply and demand, everybody wanted them. Well, now apparently Rae Dunn's not in style anymore. They, whoever they are, have decreed that it's no longer fashionable to have words in your decor. Well, I disagree. I like Rae Dunn. I'm not going to go crazy overboard collecting it, but if I find a piece that I really like or I can use, I am going to purchase it. And the nice thing about it now is most all of it's secondhand, and it's a lot cheaper than when it was brand new. So you can see that is a Rae Dunn bud vase. And that is my haul. I'm not going to place these items today. I need to wrap this video up. I'm sure it's long enough. Hope you enjoyed that drive in the country coming home. It was a new route. I've never taken you guys on that route before, but coming home from the dog groomers. And I know you guys enjoy my country car rides because I love where I live. I love that we have fields all around us, and that I don't have to deal with a lot of traffic. Pretty much anywhere I go is a drive in the country, and I love that. But anyway, friends, thank you so much for spending the last couple of days with me. I hope you have enjoyed this, like, basically a week-long vlog that I just split up into 2 videos. I may wind up doing that more often. I have been finding it quite fun to do and easier, rather than dedicating an entire day to just film. Just picking up my camera and filming when I'm doing something interesting and then putting it all together into 1 video or 2 videos has worked out for me for the last couple of weeks. So I hope you are enjoying that format. Yeah. So anyway, friends, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're not doing anything special. We're just hanging around, doing chores here at the house, and going to church on Sunday. Basically what we do every weekend. But anyway, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will see you all again next week on Wednesday with a brand new video. Bye-bye, friends.